Hello, welcome to Cinephile's Entertainment. I am the Cinephile critic, and today I will be reviewing this movie. I'm no different from you. I just don't pretend that it's for a good cause. Stratton. So Stratton is a film directed by Simon West and stars Dominic Cooper, who you may know in Preacher, as John Stratton. So John Stratton is part of the British Secret Boat Service. That is kind of like MFI5, MFI6. So it's a British government agency that works overseas to stop, obviously, the biggest threat that we have today is terrorism, according to them. John Stratton worked with, like the American Navy and some other Secret Service from different countries to stop and to prevent terrorism. And so one of the things that I like about this film is they establish the world that they're in very quickly. So this world is a world that has consequence. It's a world where for every action, there's a reaction. This film is extremely competent. It gets from A to be, I feel, quite efficiently. There's no bells and whistles. I think that the editing and the frame in certain scenes really sell up and explain who these characters are. Because a particular scene that I think is done extremely well, where John Stratton goes into his accommodation, and the way how the props are laid out, the mise-en-scène, what's in the frame, the texture, the tone, the way how it's edited, it really tells you a lot about the character, and I felt that that was interesting. And then also there's a father figure that just adds a bit more context, a bit more emotions to that character, and I felt that these scenes were done extremely well. The action in this film is what you would, I would say, expect. There's nothing out of the ordinary. It's something that you would sort of expect in this type of action film. And then also in this film, they are working with, the Americans as well. So there's a guy called Hank, and Hank is one of those ones that's quite hot-headed. He wants, because one of his partner died at the hands of the terrorists, he kind of wants revenge. So what type of territory in storyline that you're entering within that context. So obviously, he gets brash, he does some things that, very hastily, because he wants justice a bit too soon than when it's supposed to be had. And, it's one of the plot, the plot device which leads the story on. But one thing I would say about this film is I think that it's done fairly well. Actors, the cast, the crew, they've done a decent job in telling a story. The only thing I would say, well, there's a few issues that I have with the film. One is Sona, who is the head of the Boat Secret Service. When she's on film, there is posh, there is the Queen's English, and then there is the Queen's English, as in even the Queen doesn't talk like that. It's just a different type of poshness, and it's against the other people that she is interacting with. It makes it when she speaks, there is this jerk. It's like, oh, it kind of takes you out of the moment and the scene. Anytime she's on the scene, it really does take you out of it. The issue that I have with this film is actually quite cold. There's no one you can anchor to. Unlike 24, because 24 is very similar to this. Unlike 24, where you have Jack Bauer that you can anchor to, and plus they've done a lot of series on it. But even within the first few, the first couple of episodes, you really anchor to to Jack Bauer. In this film, there's no one that you can anchor to. There's not a character that the audience can emotionally connect with. So that's what I would say about this film. And how I would grade it, I don't see it being that bad, but it's not that great either. I will definitely be given this film, I'll be certifying this film betwixt and between. If you've seen this film, let me know what you think. I definitely think it's a film again, it's I wouldn't necessarily say that this film is a good midweek film. It depends on what you like. If you like action, then you might enjoy this film. If you like a bit more warmth in your story, then you're not going to. And then also, there's a few TV programs that does, you know, what this film does, but slightly better. But again, that's TV. So that's what I feel about this film. I would love to know your views and your opinions on this film. If you enjoyed this review, please click subscribe. If you're, you know, still holding off, you're not sure yet, then hopefully I'll see you again. Remember, until next time, keep safe. Bye.